Okay, we're going to be cleaning a 2-bedroom apartment. We have a little bit of a stain here. It looks like it could be blood or rust, maybe a pet mess. Nobody knows what it is, so we'll see if that comes out.
We're going to try to get this out. We think it's mascara or hair dye, but we're going to see. If it comes out with this, it's probably not either one of those. If it don't come out this way, we're going to have to do a heat transfer. And it's not coming out. Not fully.
We may go do some other stuff and come back and scrub it again. But some of the stuff may have lightened a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to come out completely.
So anyway, that's how that turned out.
Yeah, we'll work on it some more.
We'll have to do it. We'll have to do a heat transfer on it.
All right, we've got the steamer filled with as hot water as we could get out of the tap. You want to make sure you fill it. I like to fill it all the way full so you don't run out of water. And it's plugged in, it's heating up. It takes about 10 or so minutes to heat up. There's the steam plate that we're going to use. And we've already sprayed a mixture of like 50-50 ammonia and water on the red stains. So once this thing's hot, we'll just start setting it down on there and see if we can get the red stain out. Now we're going to have the extractor handy because whenever you work on these things, you want to be able to, either you got to blot it with a cloth, or you got to have, if you have an extractor handy, you can just run the extractor over real quick and flush it out with water to see where you're at, and you may have to put some more ammonia down. But we just got to wait. It takes about 10 minutes, and we should start seeing steam coming out of it. So he's working
on we got a red dye stain here that we can't get out with the. We try to clean it out carpet cleaning, so our next solution is to try to get it out with a heat transfer. So here we go. Now these stains you want to leave them down for a minute or two without lifting up. Don't lift them up every 8 or 10 seconds and look, because give it time to work. So, and when you get done taking the dye, when you get done with the steam, taking it out, since there's like ammonia and stuff in it, it don't hurt to run over it with your extractor and take out all the stuff you just sprayed in. And if you need to, you can respray it for more stain removal. But
so we have the extractor handy.
Yeah, we're ready to go the second we pull this up.
So we're going to let this sit on here for probably 4 or 5 minutes even, and we'll turn the camera back on if we're having success. All right, we're working on these. It is lightening them, so what we have to do is spray more ammonia and water down. And we got 2 general spots here that we're working on. Well, there's 3, but 2 are close together. So we're getting ready to transfer the steam pad from one to the other one.
It might get it out.
Yeah,
if it don't, when the carpet dries, it'll be so faint you won't see it.
Yeah, at least we're lightening it up.
Only we'll know about them.
Okay, and then he's going to rub that with his foot a little bit. There's a bleach spot.
Yep. That looks pretty close to new.
I think that's about as good as we're going to get that one spot.
So
that red's out.
I'll give it one more treatment. Now, this so far we've spent it took about 10 minutes or 15 minutes to heat the power steamer up. And now we've got about 10 minutes into doing this so far. So this is not something, when you do this, you charge your customers, because this isn't something that takes 2-3 minutes like it is on TV. It'll take you a while to heat your steamer up if you got a lot of water like we do.
And you want to do this, if you're doing a cleaning job, you want to do this, you don't want to do this at the last, because what happens is you need to let that thing cool off for 20-30 minutes if you can before you put it back. I carry it around a bucket, but that thing has to cool off. And you want to let it sit. I usually let it sit about 5 or 10 minutes before I dump the water out of it that hasn't been used, because you don't want the heating element. You want it to cool off a little bit slowly. Boy, it's about a bad light in here today. Anyway, we're still working on it, so stay tuned and we'll see how it turns out.
All right, we're done. And those red spots they're basically, I think they're out. When the carpet dries, it'll look a lot different. But Anyway,
go ahead and run over it real quick to the rug doctor and pop that over the side.
We'll run over.
You gotta be careful with all this stuff. It's red hot. You don't want any kids or pets around when you're doing this.
Nope.
And you want to let it cool down.
Okay.
There's just a hint.
If you look right here and right there and right there, there's just a little bit of
The
red.
red that was there.
It
It was
was
not 100%, but if you didn't know it was there, you probably wouldn't notice it.
It was deep dark red when we started, and you can't get them all at 100%.
No.
We're
Now, also, you want to be aware. Sometimes the red stains will come back after the carpet's fully dry. They can return. So you don't want to go bragging about your work too much because
until it's completely dry.
yeah, of course, if the red stains come back, I 100% guarantee you we're not going to talk about it or tell you about it. So you'll just have to believe that we got lucky on the first try.
They won't come back, but they can.
Anyway, that's how you use one of these little wallpaper steamers. If you have red stains, you just need some ammonia and water. You can use peroxide and water on some of them, but that's all you got to do. So anyway, thanks for watching that part. I want to show you on this steamer the way it's easy to carry. We have a 5-gallon bucket. You just put everything down the bottom. We got a little toothbrush to scrub with, but the cord and the hose fit in the bottom. Then you can put some rags or something to cushion it. And set this right here. You want to make sure this thing cools off really, really good. But all you have to do is you take this thing and you make sure the spout's pointing up on the plate. They fit together like that. And they fit right into a 5-gallon bucket, no problem. There's really not room to carry this spray bottle. You can kind of wiggle it in a little bit. But you don't want to leave it stored in there. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on this. But
if you leave it stored in there, it may start leaking on you.
Yeah, you don't want to put too much. So you can carry it, carry it a little bit like that, and then there you go. That's how you get your steamer all packed in one thing like that. Make it handy for you.
Right.
And don't push it down in there tight. Leave it kind of packed in there loose, everything loose, so you don't mush, press anything together.
And if you get it like this, you're ready to take it straight to the van.
Yeah. Make sure this thing's cool before you put it back together. And everything's in the kit there, except for maybe your ammonia spray won't fit in there. But that's all there is to that. Perfect. All right, we're up here. We're going to post vacuum these carpets that we just did, and we're going to rake them. And you can see the spot here. Walk around a little bit. The spot where the red stains were at is right in the center of the picture right there. And if you knew it was there, you'd be able to find traces of it. But if you didn't, you'll never notice it. So that's good. So that red stains all came out good.